What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Jets Afterburners post-game show. Jets fall to the Bucs, fall to 0-3. I'm not somebody that believes in moral victories, but Dan, there was so much to be excited about. The team really rallied in the fourth quarter. We are not the same old Jets.
Don't come to me with that. Don't come to me with that.
That score looked like we played a lot better of a game than we did. It was ugly on both sides. I'm not even going to call it a positive. Before we get deep into the show, this is going to be a call-in show. Guys, call in. Link is already in the chat. We want to hear from you guys. We do not have a lot of positives to say tonight. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is getting real old real quick. But before we get deep into the game, Dan, how you feeling?
I got to be honest. I feel like there was no change in the offseason. Nothing.
No.
There was no Joe Douglas firing last year or in the offseason. There was no Saleh still on the squad running up and down the stairs.
It's a little more tan.
I don't want this whole moral victory nonsense. What I saw today was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that was also undisciplined in the first quarter, just giving away plays, and the Jets should know better. They should capitalize on that. They didn't, and they kept giving just boneheaded plays back and forth, and you have this defense that is regressing. It's constantly going backwards, and the reason why I keep saying that, it's like Saleh, there's no accountability. Steve Wilks sucks. Guys, it's week 3. Don't give me this, it's just early in the season. Nonsense again. We've been through this already. This is not acceptable. What happened at the end of the game where Will McDonald leaped over the center, blocked it, took it to the house, that was something where it was monumental. All right, you know what? The tide is turning. Now, the defense. It's up to why we brought Aaron Glenn here. It's about the defense. Like Liam and I, we were talking about it off air. The Jets are known for the history of the defense. Super Bowl III. Then you had the sack exchange, the Rex eras. Even Saleh and Bowles era, we were known about defense. What happened on that last drive was what was going on throughout the game. Pathetic. And that's what sucks so much. And this is what happened. Again, the Buccaneers are a good team. They're exactly the same as the Steelers. All right. What I'm saying by that is the Jets can hang with teams like that. The Jets should be 2-1. Yet because of boneheaded, undisciplined regime that is Aaron Glenn, who we're going to get into it, this whole dancing nonsense, it's okay to celebrate. But to do that with 1 minute and 49 seconds left, as opposed to, all right, you know what? We scored, great play. Let's go back to the drawing board. We got 1 minute 49 left. These guys have been ripping us a new asshole the whole game. Family show, sorry. But, guys, hone in. This is what we got to do. We're going to blitz. We're going to do this. Nah. Everybody it seemed like we won the game. And that's where I'm pissed off. And I'm curbing my enthusiasm. Just to say it. Liam, go for it.
Yeah, throughout this whole game, I will say this doesn't feel like one of the games where the Jets beat themselves. The Buccaneers beat us today.
Mm.
As ugly and as sloppy as it was, they were down 3 starters on their offensive line. No Wirfs. Out. Chris Godwin wasn't there. Mike Evans went out late in the game. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. So early on in the game, I liked the first drive. Would have been nice to walk away with 6, but I'm like, all right, I could settle for 3. That's okay. But then you just kind of knew what kind of game it was. Tyrod Taylor wasn't great by any means. Granted, he didn't play preseason. He's a veteran, though. I'm sure he's been practicing, so I'm not going to give him too much of a pass either. But outside of like Garrett Wilson, even the offense wasn't that great. Hall, Allen, yeah, they're all right. But like, how many times, like, it was like 4th and like 1, we can't pick up a yard. And it seems like Brees, like, he had maybe a handful of plays, but like, I didn't really see that explosive playmaking ability today.
Right.
I don't want to pick too much on the offense. My main focus and my main pet peeve is with the defense. Like you were saying earlier, Steve Wilkes, I'm done. He could go. Fired. I don't care. He's not a first-time play caller. He's called plays. He's a veteran coach in this league. He's a former head coach.
Right.
You expect more. If you have head coaching experience, you're expected to do more. Your defense better be top-notch. And it wasn't the defense all offseason long that we were worried about. We thought our defense was going to be a lot more stout, a lot more physical. It was the offense. And yes, the offense still is a major concern. And they're not getting off easy. But we said there's no wide receiver 2. Just to name a couple of things. But outside of that defensive line, our secondary is absolutely atrocious. Cisco, what does he do? Stevens, what does he do? And a lot of this falls on Muji as well. Muji and Aaron Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are their guys.
Mm-hmm.
We let a lot of guys walk. And we replaced a lot of guys on that defensive line, especially in the secondary, though. The defensive line, I think, is decent. Not great, but they could hang a little bit. The secondary, though, oh my God. What did Muji see from Stevens in Baltimore that warrants this contract? Cisco, same thing. What warrants all this money? I don't care how much money they're owed. Get them out of here. I am done. Seriously, I'm done. I've had enough. I'm throwing in the white flag week 3. I'm done. Get these young guys in. If we're going to lose games, I want to lose games with young, inexperienced guys. Until we're proven that, yeah, we could be a big boy team.
Right.
One stop we needed. One stop is what mattered. At the end of the game, can you show up? Can you be a football team? Seriously, can you be a professional football team? My high school is 2-0 right now. They can beat the Jets. They can run all over the Jets. I guarantee it. It's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic. At the very least, if you're not going to fire Wilkes, he's got to give up play calling. It's a short leash. And here's the other thing. I wasn't expecting double-digit wins. I wasn't expecting playoffs. The bar is already low. What were we saying going into the season? Yeah, we're probably going to be 4 or 5 wins. Some people were saying 8 or 9 if if the ball bounces right. We're not getting 9 wins. We're not sniffing 8 to 9 wins. We'll be lucky to get 5 wins. We'll be lucky to be a 5-win team. But with that being said, from the coaching staff, we wanted to see competence. It looks like they were in the game, but they weren't in the game. We all knew that they didn't have a chance. And I don't like being that negative fan. I usually, for the last couple of years, I've kind of turned that way a little bit. But I'm usually, all right, you know what? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm usually a little bit more of a positive fan. But when Will McDonald blocked that kick, ran it back for a touchdown, great. I stood up. I was jumping up and down, high-fiving my dad. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I look down, I see a minute 49. And if you guys watched last week, week 2, Baker Mayfield He didn't need a lot of time to get into the end zone and win that game. And I just knew. I'm like, we're screwed. We are screwed. But then I said to myself, I'm like, I believe I texted you. It was either you or Armand. And I said, we're not winning this game. I knew it right away. And I don't, like I said, I don't like being that negative fan. But I just got that feeling. We're not winning this game. You give Baker Mayfield and that offense a minute 49, they're going to score. It's as simple as that. And that's what happened. And I thought, could we just have one stop for once and find a way to win this game? Aaron Glenn is breakdancing on the sideline, clapping it up, smiling. Pathetic, dude. What do you have to say?
It's disgusting. It's again, like I saw exactly what everybody was seeing, especially Eagle who's going to be coming on shortly. And again, thank you everyone for watching right now. Definitely hit the subscribe button. It is a call-in show. Definitely vent, and everyone is welcome here. Jets fans, Bucs fans, we want to see your perspectives. What I saw when McDonald jumped over the center and he blocked it, everybody around me here, they probably all called the cops because I was yelling my ass off. Dude, I'm drinking tea right now. I don't drink tea. But when I saw Aaron Glenn doing his dance, and I'm all for a coach having emotion, but have the been there, done that mentality. Let me explain something here. Week 1, when, that cornerback from the Steelers who had some beef with Garrett Wilson, what was his name?
Talk about Ramsey?
Ramsey. When Ramsey hit Garrett Wilson and jarred the ball loose on that 4th and 3 and sealed the game, everybody was high-fiving. When they zoomed to Coach Tomlin, focused, stoic, been there. We expect to win. There's a level of expectancy. This guy is doing his touchdown dance that he did when he was a player, 94, 95, 96, whatever. What are you demonstrating? A minute 49 left. Your defense has not stopped a runny faucet at all. It can't do anything.
Nope.
And all of a sudden, I had the same feeling. I'm like, just stop them. Stop them. I hope that the Bucs can revert to like the first quarter Bucs and they could just self-implode. They didn't. If you see, I'm going to show the highlight in just a little bit where Baker Mayfield runs that long one. As you're
yards, I think, yeah.
As he's running, there's 2 Jets that fall on each other. Undisciplined. Now, with that, let's bring on the callers. Eagle Fang, you are going to go up first, my friend. I think you were in the game, right?
Yes, I was, and it's finally nice to meet you. I haven't met you finally, Dan, but it was nice to meet you.
Pleasure, dude.
You've called in before, though, right?
I talked to you, Liam, but I've never talked to Dan before. Like, this is the first time. I'm sorry for my appearance.
You look great, man.
That sun was brutal out there. I was right behind the ship. So every time the Bucs was scoring touchdowns, boom! It was like the first time it scared the crap out of me, but then after that, it was more of like the sun beaming me up more than watching the football team in person. Right, but my goodness sakes, man! Like, I try to go there with a positive frame of mind. Leave the personal online stuff online. Go to the game with a positive mind. We're going to get this season back on track. We're going to get 1-2 and then have this big game against Miami, beat them, and maybe some things will happen. Some things will be good. All right, I'm on. But I went to this game, tons of Jet fans out there. Like, I couldn't – like, I was flabbergasted. Like, where I was parking, the whole parking lot of parking lot 14, nothing but Jet fans all surrounding that place. It was – and then when you go into the Raymond James, they took over the entire the left side of the Jets sideline. Nothing but Jet fans in that entire side. So they had some level of fans on their side in that game.
There's a lot of Jet fans down in Florida.
Yeah, they really have I think they have a bar up there in the local Tampa Bay area. It's like a Jets club over there. I'd never been there because I don't live too close near there. But just demoralizing when Tyrod Taylor threw that pick. Like it was just like people forget to bring that up because he had a bounce back second half. I couldn't take the heat. It was too hot. It was just you had to be
Don't
there.
blame you.
You know what I mean? Like by halftime, everybody in my section was literally hiding. In the bleacher side of the stadium. Like it was brutal. And then I was watching the game through my phone. And I'm saying, wow, the Jets are actually coming back. I'm like, maybe I was the bad luck guy. And then I saw the block field goal for a touchdown. And I was like, and then the first thing you guys are talking about is too much time on the board.
Yes.
Yep.
Too much time. Knew we were gonna lose that one.
I knew it.
And then I think it was who was it? Gangrene Chronicles. You guys, he's always
Luca.
Love him.
He brings this up because I saw the same thing. And I'm like, am I seeing things? When the Buccaneers hit the game-winning field goal, I see Aaron Glenn going like with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Here. This is it right here.
I couldn't imagine if the Jet fans that were at that game.
It's a spit in the face.
Hot. It's a spit in our faces.
Look at this, guys.
Oh, blocked. Field goal attempt is blocked. Scooped up.
Right.
Taken
Dude, I
all
was
the way
running, jumping up and down.
for a Jets touchdown.
And then it was you, I think. You said it on yeah, I know. Like, what is this?
What is that?
It's like a coach that doesn't know what he's doing.
What is that?
You finally have a moment going your way. It's a coach that does like that's what Mike's friend Sester said. It's a coach that it looks like a coach that doesn't know what he's doing. That actually got some luck in his side. It really
Can we look like we've been here before? I mean, Aaron Glenn is coming off of like NFC Championship games and deep playoff runs.
A normal team, a normal NFL team, when that moment happens, you won the game. Or you just got this momentum, this massive momentum. The defense goes like, we got this. Let's go. They took care of us. Let's take care of them now. Let's win this damn game. They don't have anybody like that. Gardner was out. I mean, they got a bunch of injuries, this and that. I might be a loner here. I don't care. I'm over Aaron Glenn. I really am. And there's too many examples of this with Aaron Glenn. We're not the same old Jets, but proceeds to lose to Pittsburgh in heartbreaking fashion, gets beat up by their arch rival Buffalo Bills. And then this Buccaneers game can't even get a stop with 2 minutes left. That same old Jets right there.
Eagle fan. Look,
yeah, go ahead.
This is at the end of the game. look, guys, I kid you not. This is the end of the game.
And this is not like, Photoshop or AI or any of that stuff. This is the real deal. I was shocked.
What are we doing? What the hell's going on here? Honestly, all right, you know what? Pie on my face if he turns it around, and I hope he does. It's not like we're like, oh, I hope he fails. I hope he fails. No Jet fan in their right mind wants this guy to fail at all. It's just what we see here is ludicrous.
From the beginning, I didn't want Aaron Glenn to be the coach because he has a good legacy with the Jets. He's one of my first favorite players in New York Jet in my mind as like, keep his legacy good. Why does he have to come to this rebuilding abysmal organization? Just let him be. Well, and now we're going to look at him in a bad light when the Jets keep losing and losing, and we're going to turn on this guy. And we're going to remember Aaron Glenn, the horrible coach. He has a good legacy as a player. I never wanted him to be here. Like, I wanted him to be back in Detroit. It's not going to work. There's too many examples. Here's another example. We're going to hold players accountable. You make a mistake, we're going to hold you accountable. Michael Clemens starts the next game because Jermaine Johnson's hurt. I don't care if he's the next guy up. You don't put Clemens starting. Put the next guy up. Put the water boy in there. Put somebody else in there. Mm-hmm. If you're going to hold players accountable, then do it the right way. Make Clemens gave up the big play right in the fourth quarter, towards that late in the game when
Believe so,
Baker
yeah.
Mayfield was scrambling. It
Mhm.
was him. I think it was him and Sherwood, the two guys
Here.
bumping into each other.
I'll show you.
You have
Check
the
this
play,
out.
right?
Yeah, check this out. It's
Well, while we're pulling that up, Eagle Fang,
Mhm.
just to speak on Aaron Glenn, that's what I was saying. The bar was already low.
check it out.
Right.
We weren't expecting 9-10 wins. We were expecting just be in games, which I guess technically you are, but like you're really not. We all know that.
This guy.
Mhm.
Be a competent team. Like I don't want to hear. He mentioned instant coffee again.
Oh my
Like
God.
enough with the quotes.
I didn't even see the presser. He really
Yeah.
did.
Oh, and then he made it a point to say multiple times, "We are not the same old Jets."
This is a
That
tight
little
end.
rally in the fourth quarter, that was enough for him to be like, "Yeah, we're fighting. We're not the same old Jets. We're fighters." You should see the Jets social media team too.
Oh, they're abysmal. They're
They're the worst.
they're the worst, man.
Saying, like there's no quit in this team, no quit in New York, and we're fighting. And then he made it a point. He goes something about like big ships don't turn fast. We are turning this around. I told you this wasn't going to be instant coffee.
Well, meanwhile, when he became the coach, he said this was going to be a team we're proud of. I guess they're proud of moral victories. Maybe that's what he meant.
A few seasons. Wild Wave, I love you, dude. I love you. But the way how this is going, I hope he turns it around. I don't think he survives this season. I don't. If
Me neither.
he has to win at least minimum 4 games. Check
Yes.
out this play, guys. Look.
That's what. Before we continue, Dan, that's what you're saying. This is what we're saying. Can you win 4 freaking games? You know how many coaches would
That's
be
my bar.
fired if they won 4 games? And we're satisfied with that this year.
Didn't Gerard Mayo get fired for only winning 4 games last season with the
He did.
Patriots?
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
Urban Meyer get canned the first year out, and Wilkes, he got fired his first year.
Yeah.
Wilkes could be fired tomorrow. I don't
So-
care. I want him fired.
so-
But they're going to keep him for the rest of the year because this defense sucks, and he's going to be the scapegoat at the end of the year. That's going to buy. That's going to buy Glenn. Hold on 1 second. That's going to buy Glenn another year. You wait and see.
Well, speaking of the defense sucks, I'm just going to pull this up, and I froze it here. This is the one where Baker scrambles and gets the first down. 2nd and 7, right?
Mhm.
This guy here, I don't know who the hell this guy is almost falling down. And he gets up and he's like, yo, I got to block someone. Look what happens when he turns around. His job was super easy. These two completely were, it's like lightning hit like a sod field full of like wetness and whatnot. And they just got electrocuted right on the floor. And then, bum, dum, dum, yum, 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 yum. All the way, man. All the way. He just started Pac-Man the whole thing.
Look at this Clemens guy. He can't even get through. That was a tight end he was blocking.
That's a tight end.
That's a tight end.
Quinnen gave up. This guy thinks the game is won. He's probably seeing, I don't know, Aaron Glenn running this way, still dancing. And this guy's fighting him with one hand. This guy knows he won the game. And Sherwood has the only one with heart. He's like, all right, I'm going to get you, dude. I'm going to get you. Look at him. Look.
It's such a poor. It's sad. It doesn't look like a poor angle. It doesn't even matter. Well, to the Jets, it really doesn't matter. But it's like with Aaron Glenn, man. For me, the trust is gone because he's already went back on his word. He's pretending he's pretending the things he didn't say before. He's saying new things now. It's like we're fans. Like we can have expectations of them winning only 4 games, 6 games, but when you're actually watching live, you expect them to win. Period. And these guys don't have it. You can look at them in the sideline. I seen them in the sideline looking around, look at the fans, look at the scoreboard, look at the 50th anniversary Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just zombies.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's I was saying all week, find a way to come out of Florida these next 2 weeks, 2-2. Your season's back on track. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room, not much. And I'm not discounting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're a very good team, playoff team. They're going to be back in the playoffs. Baker is excelling there under Todd Bowles. But how banged up they were. We got to take advantage of that. How many times over the course of history have the Jets had X, Y, and Z players injured and this and that, and we get our doors blown off?
Mm-hmm.
Find a way. It could have been close. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like I said, I thought we were going to win 27-26 or whatever the score was, 26-27. A minute 49 is too much time, and this defense can't stop a nosebleed. It's pathetic. It's insulting to the defenses before us. It's insulting to this fan base. It's pathetic, dude. Like, it doesn't get much worse than this.
So I got a question. If the
We have
Jets,
no patience yet because
Yeah,
this is not what we signed up for. This is not the guy that Aaron Glenn said that he was. Sorry, Eagle.
No, you're good. I keep interrupting you. That's my mistake.
Go,
I
dude.
mean, honestly, if the Jets start 0-5, 0-6, or 0-7, for me, there's nobody in this team worth a damn for me. Trade them all. Start it fresh. Sometimes you got to do the hardest thing in life. You got to rip the core. You got to rip it apart. Everyone's talking about change the culture. Get rid of it. I'd rather have a bunch of young guys that are hungry, that are fighting for to win football games, than a bunch of overpaid players that are just staring at the sky, not having an impact in the wins and loss columns. I want it. You can get picks for Sauce, you get picks for Quentin Williams, you get picks for most of these star players. Bring them to different teams. Let's rebuild the right way. But the Jets won't do that. Because if they got rid of those players, then they will have a bigger problem probably selling tickets. So.
And this question is across the board, and this is for Wild Wave as well, because I understand. I get it. Now, we end the season 2-15. You keep Glenn at knowing that you had the first overall pick, and this is where I draw the line with the 4 wins. If we have 4 wins and we have the first overall draft pick, Glenn is gone. That whole regime is done. Gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gone.
Definitely.
And now you have the alternative individuals and say, oh, yeah, who's going to come here? Who's going to come here? Listen, money talks. You give whoever like a blank check and all the stipulations that they want, they write it in. And you need a bona fide head coach here who's going to groom a young quarterback first overall that the Jets haven't had since Joe Namath. You do it. Now, with that being said, while Eagle Fang, listen, my man, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to keep on moving on. And, keep on calling more often, dude.
Yeah, call in more often, man.
I will, man. I just had to vent out. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Dude, I appreciate all your support, man. Commenting on all the videos, going back and forth on Twitter. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, guys. You guys take care. Hang in there.
You too, man.
Hang in there, man.
Get some aloe on, cool off a little bit.
I will, man.
Later.
All right.
So we're going to go with, I believe he's a Bucs fan. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
What's up? Welcome to the show, man. Are you a Bucs fan?
Yeah, I am.
I love it. Love it.
I was at the game today. The dancing was funny. I thought it was funny. The dancing.
So did the Buccaneers.
Yeah. So did Aaron Glenn. He thought it was funny too.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, let's talk about that. I don't know if you guys was at the game though, but
We're not.
That catch from the Jets receiver, that was incomplete. Man, everyone.
Oh, Lazard.
Lazard, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
don't
know
know
what?
was your take on it?
The past 65 years, all we've had is negativity. If the football, whatever, want to give us that one catch that probably wasn't incomplete, you're probably right. I'll take it. At the end of the game, you won the game.
I know that was crazy. That could have been. I don't know, but I don't. Bucs fans was upset. Man, there was a bad call. Booing was so refs. You suck, man. This refs was crazy today.
Oh, they were. It's like they had to meet a quota in order to get a paycheck. But
I was wondering. The refs was wondering. Bucs fans was wondering. Is there rigging it for the Jets? Make them come back, make the game close.
Never know. Now let me ask you a question. Would you like to play the Jets every week?
I don't know. Yeah.
You would like to play the Jets every week, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to play the Jets every week.
Man, but at the game though, Bucs fans thought it was over. We thought it was over. Jets fans thought it was over. Both sides of the team thought it was over. Both teams were tired. I don't know because of the heat. The heat was crazy.
Now let me ask you a question. As a Bucs fan, when Will McDonald blocked that kick and ran it in for the touchdown, and you saw a minute 49 left on your screen, Did you think the Jets were going to get that win, or did you say, I know Baker Mayfield and this offense are marching down the field and putting this game to bed? What were your thoughts after that?
Nervous. I thought, man, the kicker has been iffy this first 2 weeks of the season. I didn't trust the kicker. I really don't.
Oh,
Still today, I still don't trust the kicker. He missed.
he did miss? Yeah. So you don't trust him that much?
I
Not
wish
really.
he missed.
I
wish
wish
he
you would have
missed.
missed. That would have been awesome.
But
Now, I see it. I
I
saw
have a
it.
question for you though. But the Sauce injury, the Mike Evans injury was crucial today.
Mhm.
That's crazy. The Levante David injury was sad too. Oh, he
But
came back though.
Yeah, you guys are only going to get better too when your offensive linemen start coming back. Of course, Godwin's coming back soon.
Next week. Be
Next
ready
week,
for the
yeah.
Eagles. We'll be ready for the Eagles.
There you go, man.
Yo, Abuka is a beast, dude. Wow,
Yeah,
you got a
I-
really good one,
I
man.
love
Thank
that
you.
guy.
He was still number 19 though. He was still. I don't know why.
Unbelievable.
Some guys just fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the Jets do is draft freaking.
Hey, you know
offensive
what, Dan?
linemen.
Though I will say this is the first time that Will McDonald's jumping over cars came into play.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
we finally got our
Yes.
money's worth.
My thing is, why
Mhm.
you guys didn't burn down the clock? Why you guys didn't have to score that fast?
I would have to disagree. Have you seen the Jets? Any little
I did.
opportunity that the Jets can
The-
score,
in
they
this
got to
game.
do it. Because knowing the Jets, let's say if Will McDonald would have drawn out that scenario that you just said,
Yep.
and he would have
Mhm.
stopped at the 5, there was no way that the Jets would have scored.
Four
No way.
downs? You kidding me? And 4 downs.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Give them 10. Give them 10 downs. They ain't gonna do it. They're gonna do it. No,
Wow.
not at all.
Oh
Absolutely
my.
not. We have no confidence in this team. Listen, I
Wow.
hope you hit the subscribe button because
I
we're
did.
almost.
I did.
Ah, you're the
Appreciate
best.
you, man.
dude.
You're the best.
I got one more question before I go.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Man, watching this game, do you guys? I was surprised you guys came back though. Really did.
Us
Mhm.
too.
So did Glenn.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But Buck fans thought it was over in the first half. We thought it was over.
So did we.
Mhm. I thought it was over when the schedule came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no hope. No hope.
Well, man, I was upset when the Brett Favre chose the Jets over the Bucs.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
But you still won a Super Bowl. Don't worry.
I know.
You know.
So
At
what
least
was
you
your
were
question?
alive.
Huh?
What was your question?
That was. I'm gonna say that was a good game though. Those refs. I don't know if you think those refs would suck today, or you think those refs was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Man,
if you want to
we
get into conspiracy theories, I'm all with you. I'm not even going to get into that. But
I know.
Vegas has a lot to
believe-
say with these
I
games.
believe in conspiracy theories. We can talk. We can have a discussion about that. I believe in it.
I'm in, man. Listen, my man, thank you so much
You're
for calling, and call in more often. All right.
Okay, I will.
Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you. You too.
Good luck,
You got
man.
it.
Good game today.
And now we're going to bring on Senor Jokat.
Good
Senor
evening,
Jokat,
boys.
you are in the dark.
I'm driving home from work. I just
Driving home
want to
from
let you
Tampa.
know that I am
Yes.
not accepting any newcomers on the doom and gloom train that I've been on. I told you this guy can't coach, and
Nope.
shame on every single person that went out and bought an Aaron Glenn Jet jersey because he was a Jet. He's showing you in the first 3 games, not only last week, because I didn't call in last week. Last week, he showed up to a division opponent in his second game ever as head coach and had his team completely unprepared. This guy's showing you exactly what he is, and the part that scares the shit out of me, he's not going to get fired because he was a Jet, okay? He'll get his second thing, and what really scares the crap out of me is that this coaching staff is going to be taking a quarterback. And
Yes.
guess what, folks? If this coaching staff takes a quarterback, you're looking at another 6-year rebuild, kid. Sorry, hate to tell you, but if this team is allowed to pick up quarterback, this team will be at least 25 seasons without a playoff. 100%. And you could book that. I'll even sell you my house. That's how sure I am. Because I've told you from the very beginning that this coach was they hired a 33rd team with their old GM just to find the same route to Aaron Glenn. Again, if his name was Jason Sehorn and played for the Giants, nobody would care. This is that his defense gets dropped on him loads. Okay, Josh Allen consecutively drops 40 points on this guy's defense. You saw it last year when he was with the Lions. Every week, this team has given up close to 100 points in 3 weeks now. It's an embarrassment, and this is 100% another 5-year stint. And if this coaching staff takes a quarterback, God help you as well. I'm telling you right now, because there is no hope. And
So,
by the way, the $30 million cornerback played great today.
yep.
Also, last week when Mitchell Trubisky came off the bench and didn't throw a pass for 5 seasons, he went right at Sauce Gardner and burned him for 30 yards. Also, Sherwood, that contract looks like garbage. Quinnen Williams looks like garbage, severely overweight again, 20 pounds overweight. And you know what? Like I agree with Eagle Fang. They should have never paid these guys. Like I said in the beginning, they're 0-3 with major contracts. You could be 0-3 with no contracts.
But
It's
we're
true.
rebuilding. It's been over 60 years that we've been rebuilding with
Well,
toy tools from Mattel.
I told you, keep hiring minimum people. You're gonna get a minimum product.
You're going in and out, Joe. You got to get a new iPhone. Did you?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
much
now?
better. Much better. You got to get an Android.
When you hire a minimum wage coach staff and minimum wage people to do the job, you're gonna have a minimum wage product. That's all.
So,
That's all it is.
so Joe, let me ask you. So then, what is your answer at quarterback then?
I'm telling you right now, if I have a top 5, if this team will be picking top 5, guaranteed, because they
Yes.
can't. They're garbage. This might be the worst Jet team I've ever seen, actually. If you have the first overall pick, or the top 5, I am 100% firing this whole staff because they can't be trusted. If they couldn't be trusted with Tyrod and Justin Fields, what makes you think that they'll be trusted with our great coach that's a quarterback coach now, to develop a quarterback? And honestly, I would, if Mike Tomlin shakes loose, because the Pittsburgh Aaron Rodgers thing is going to be a disaster, I would fire Mike Tomlin overnight. So, but the Jets won't do that. They'll stick with Aaron Glenn. You'll pick a quarterback. He'll suck. And you'll be back to the drawing board in 20? So I'll be retired, actually, by the time this regime is out of here. So, and no team's going to trade for Sauce or Garrett because the contract is too big. No one's going to take on that. And
Or
especially
Quinnen. No one's going to trade for Quinnen.
Listen, nobody wants that bag of shit. The whole team is full of bags of shit. It's just it's easy for Garrett Wilson to be a great receiver on the Jets when he's playing with a bunch of stu-nots. Sauce Gardner stinks. I don't know what more we need to see. That the guy is a complete hold machine, and every time he gets burnt, you see him faking an injury on the side of the every time he takes a playoff. Every time he gets burned, Mitchell Trubisky burned him. Hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL in 5 years, and goes right at the number one targeted thing. Please give me Stingley over Sauce a million years over this. But they're a disaster, and I'm telling you right now, if this team if they're picking a quarterback, this team is going 25 seasons without making the playoffs, guaranteed. Because this coaching staff shows you that they're completely inept. Do you guys agree?
I agree. I
As
mean,
of now,
I've
yeah.
seen. I don't know
This
what
is
else.
worse than Solid, dude. Worse.
What
At
I
least
saw
Solid
week
had a
one,
good defense.
but week
Well,
one.
not only that, I'm sorry, Dan. Salah at the beginning of his tenure, they didn't have quote unquote talent.
Right, but when you start using cliches in week 2, you're cooked.
No, I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I mean week one, you see, oh wow, they could win the game, and then there was like that bonehead play by Gibson, who
They
shouldn't have
played a
made the
shit
team.
team, though, Dan. They played a
Yes.
shit team.
And
It's week 1.
They
And it's
played a
week
shit
1.
team. They played a shit team, but there's a lot of teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers that the Jets can compete. But the problem is they're not going to win those games. Like coming up right now, the Dolphins, very similar to the Steelers. Then the following week against the Cowboys here at home.
Wait. Hold on a second. With the Dolphins, they gave the Bills a run for the money the other day.
Yeah. Yes.
They're not going to beat the Dolphins. What are you
Who's
sick?
saying? No,
This team
no one
sucks.
No, Joe, you didn't hear me. They're not winning. All I'm saying is that there'll be a competitive kind of matchup. And that's the problem that I see here. It's not going to be blowout after blowout after blowout. That's what it looked like today, in which it was. It was a complete blowout. But then all of a sudden, luck kind of went our way. Even Lazard didn't catch that ball.
I like that comment. I like that comment.
They haven't
You
won
want
since.
You want some cheese with that wine? Yeah. Make sure that guy DMs me in 2025 when they still haven't won more than 5 games. They're a joke, dude. Like they're just a joke. This is the product, and like shame on anyone that's ever optimistic and calls me negative. I told you so. For the last 7 years that we've been doing this YouTube thing or whatever the hell it is, I've been telling you they keep hiring the worst turnstile people, and you keep hiring inept first-time people, and this is what you get. This is the product that you put on the field. Like when Woody Johnson stop out on coaching staff, something will change. But until you get a quarterback, like until you find a guy like or Jalen,
Joe, you
need a quarterback like Jalen Hurts today.
Joe, we can barely
you need Jalen Hurts.
Joe, we can barely.
Hold on, I'm going to a bad spot.
No,
Is
Joe,
that
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we'll bring you on. Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yo.
Can you hear us?
Sorry, I was going to a bad spot. It's always by that exit. It's
The
terrible.
Jets are also going through a bad spot too.
Can you hear me now?
In and out. In and out.
All right. Yeah, it's just bad, man. It's just bad, and it's not going to change until you get a Jalen Hurts kind of guy that could put the team on his back like he did today and win the game.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. Like you could keep hoping for a weapon. You could keep hoping for an offensive lineman. You need the quarterback, and this coaching staff, if they are looking at a quarterback dead in the face, I would be. I've never been more terrified of a coaching staff taking a quarterback, because there's not one coach on this team that knows what the hell they're doing. They don't.
No,
and Aaron Glenn is not a good defensive coordinator. I really hate to tell you, it's 100 points in 3 fucking weeks, dude. It's crazy talk.
No, it's horrendous. Joe, listen, my man, we love you.
I love you.
I love you. Have a good night, all right?
Yes, sir.
Later, man.
All right.
Luca, what's up, my man?
Let me just adjust my camera real quick. These I love Joe Cat, and I was commenting in the private chat. I'm like, Joe was saying about, if this is, I don't accept bandwagons to doom and gloom, but like I'm kind of there right now. These kind of moments as Jet fans is why we love Joe Cat, if you know him. But I'm kind of speechless, but I'm kind of not. I'm going to say it. This is going to be very bold. This is very unlike me, but it's just a matter of like the past 15 years and what we've seen the first 3 weeks. Aaron Glenn should not be guaranteed a second year. I don't think he's competent in what he showed at all. I think this fan base, it's not everybody, it's not you guys. You guys don't gaslight people. I think this fan base too quickly anoints people, meaning by, highly praising despite showing minimal product. We anointed Tanner Engstrand after 1 week. We anointed Aaron Glenn because he was, a great leader and all these different things. And my tweet, which currently has more than 56,000 impressions on X at the very moment, is Aaron Glenn after a loss, after his team lost,
ridiculous,
to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in regulation, game-losing field goal. And he has the balls to sit there and clap. And then after the game, he's like, oh, well, we were competing. We're not the same old Jets because we fought, we competed. And he was like also calling out the New York media. I like how the New York media loves to spin things into a negative, but I want to spin things into a positive. Like, bro, you just say you have no clue what you're doing. Like, honestly. It's like I hate repeating myself. And exactly, Matthias is correct. Here we are again. Like, I've never been so out on a coach after 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Not this with Saleh, not this with Bowles. It's just like When you're watching Glenn, it's like a mixture of all the bad from the past 15 years.
Yeah, it's like
Gase,
one big bundle. Yep.
Gase, Bowles, all that. And what's up to Eagle Fang? He says, I've been posting a video of yours all over social media. Yeah, I was pissed. You know what? Here's the thing. I wasn't even pissed that we lost. I was more pissed that Aaron Glenn had the balls to walk on the field smiling and saying, yeah, and clapping his hands. But like, listen, fans are going to justify it. They're going to say, oh, well, the team wasn't supposed to be good this year.
Mhm.
He inherited a bad roster. All these little excuses, and I'm going to keep myself PG. All these little excuses. It's been 3 games. You can't blame him for the past 15 years. I'm tired of that. And I'm not going to blame Aaron Glenn for the past 15 years. I'm going to blame Aaron Glenn for all the tough talk and the little results he's given us. Steve Wilkes, veteran defensive coordinator. He's trash. Tanner Engstrand, offensive coordinator, was anointed by Jet fans after a loss in week 1. And all these quotes from Aaron Glenn are just going down the gutter. Let me tell you something right now. The way he's attacking the media and the lack of results and the coddling, that doesn't last long here, especially for a fan base that, I think somebody said in the comments like, oh, you guys don't have patience to send their. No,
I want to get to that.
We do have patience. We have too much patience, you could argue, because we sat through 4 years of Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh when they should have arguably been fired after 2022 or 2023. We have too much patience. We anoint people because our bar is so low for good football.
I'm going to interject here just real quick here.
Shoot.
All right. This is the game winner here. This is why coaching matters. This is why I get pissed off when Aaron Glenn is doing the 1-2 step right on the sideline. This right here, the one that I'm pointing the finger right, I'm giving him like a digital rectal exam right here. This is Will McDonald. He was positioned here for the block here, where he leaped over, like Liam said, he practices leaping over cars and blocks. Why on earth, if he just almost saved you the game, to line him up here, where now he has to pass this guy here? It made this center, whatever his name is, his job so easy, because I bet whatever money you guys want, when they were trotting up to the field, this guy was nervous as hell. He's thinking to himself, holy smokes, I'm going to be lined up against this athletic guy again that jumped over me. I've never seen that in my entire life. It's going to be over me.
Will McDonald thought he was like a Pontiac Grand Am.
And then all of a sudden, they line him up here. Look how close it was to being blocked. Had McDonald been here, it would have been done, and we would have won the game. Look.
For the win.
Not only that, what is the center doing there? He's just like on his hands and knees.
He stood there.
He's in like doggy right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't have to do much, Liam.
No.
He didn't have to do much.
He didn't have to do anything, Dan. He got on his hands and knees. He didn't block anybody.
Nobody.
Sherwood, look at Sherwood. Is that Sherwood?
Sherwood.
He's just run that back again. Does he just stand there the entire play?
Yes.
Let's see. Not a jump, nothing, right?
McLaughlin's
No, he
He
turns around and
looked.
looks.
is right down
At least.
the middle.
my
McLaughlin's
God.
kick is
That's what I'm saying.
right down
There
the
is
middle.
no
McLaughlin's kick
coaching.
Wait, hold on.
is right
Go back again. Who's on the floor back there?
There we go.
All right, so it looks like maybe it's McDonald trying to do something.
Right, but that's my problem. He could have easily jumped over this guy. Easily. This guy's job was perfect. He's like, this is all I got to do. I don't have to block nobody. Meanwhile, this idiot here who got paid loads of money could have tried to do the same thing and jump over. What are you doing here? You're not doing anything.
No, he watches it.
But this is to Luca's point as well. Everybody is saying it's only week 3. Come on, guys. Give him a chance. They had all off season, OTAs, then training camp. This is what we get. Again, another cheerleader. We got this. Let's go, guys.
If
we got
listen,
this, guys.
For anybody who says that Jet fans don't have patience, you obviously haven't been a fan for very long. And that's not me calling anybody out specifically, but I've seen that a few times. Oh, the Jets fans don't have patience. Well, I'd like to test your blood after 15 years and all of that. And again, I'm not blaming Glenn for the past 15 years. We can blame him for what we've seen right now. It's been a continuation of the past 15 years. It's the same red flags. And the fact that he's using quotes in week 2 and 3, Joe's right. He's cooked. He's cooked. And if the Jets have a top 5 pick this year, I am not risking Aaron Glenn developing a quarterback. I'm not. I'm sorry. There's a realistic scenario where the Jets end up top 5. I don't know if they'll be top 1 or top 2 or whatever. We'll see where the season goes. That maybe the Jets pick up a couple meaningless wins along the way to screw their quarterback position. But what else can I say? What is anybody? And I'll even, this is like a very, not a rhetorical question, but this is a general question. Like, what's the sign of optimism? What are you optimistic about?
I'm not saying I'm optimistic, but if we don't give Aaron Glenn the chance to develop his own quarterback, are we really giving him every chance to succeed here?
Has he shown with his offensive coordinator that he can develop a quarterback? Because right now, this is a staff that has never developed a quarterback. We're heading down and I completely get what you're saying, Liam. We're in the same rabbit hole we were with the last coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Never developed a quarterback. You have a running backs coach as your quarterback coach. Yes, you have Scott Turner as your passing game coordinator. You have, obviously, Tanner Engstrand, first-time OC. We're running through the same rabbit hole. If there were signs of progression, okay, then you're like, okay, then there's something to be proud about. But, what was the first half? The Jets couldn't pick up a blitz. They couldn't run the football. They couldn't establish a ground game. Tyrod Taylor was getting his butt beat back there. The second half, the Bucs took their foot off the gas pedal, and then the Jets started to come back. Right now, I just don't have a lot of confidence. That could be the doom and gloom mindset, whatever. But nothing that this coaching staff has shown me in 3 weeks says, okay, this staff should be ready to develop a quarterback, and they're going to be the team that leads this team to the playoffs. Again, it's week 3, but it's the same red flags that have burned the Jets for the past however many years. That's my issue.
Liam, you said something interesting. You're saying, just to give the coach every opportunity to succeed, right? So, let's say if we end the season at 3-14, and all right, we have the first overall draft pick, but there's a head coach that shakes free, right? In my opinion, if we look back in history, Todd Bowles, right? I think it was at the end of his 3rd season, Andy Reid shook free with John Dorsey as a GM. The Chiefs jumped on that right away. And I don't want to hear this nonsense always from Jet fans. Oh, why would he even come here? Why would he even come here?
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, Dan, but I believe Andy Reid was actually, I think, hired in 2013. That was actually when McCagnon was not McCagnon, excuse me, Mike Tannenbaum was fired.
And didn't they start 0-2 that year?
I think it was after, man. I think it was but irregardless, the Jets had an opportunity to cut ties with whoever that they had to get this a huge fish here. And same thing with Sean Payton
and Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh
was available after he won the national championship. And look what he's doing with the Chargers right now. The Chargers are 3-0 for the first time in 23 years. 23 years. That was what? Let's do the math here. That was with Drew Brees as quarterback. I think. I could be wrong. But all these coaches,
2002.
You're absolutely right. Dan, you named Peyton, which I wanted after that 6-game collapse in 2022. Jim Harbaugh, we had 2 opportunities. We could have hired him after 22 and 23. So, again, Dan, you're perfect. Money talks. Money talks. These guys have done it before. These guys, in my opinion, not in my opinion, they're offensive minded. The last Jets offensive minded coach, and people use this as a flawed argument, which is silly. Oh, the last offensive minded coach we hired was Adam Gase. Okay, well, that was a crappy pick. That was a retread, not a hot coordinator, and not a CEO type offensive head coach like a Jim Harbaugh or a guy like Sean Payton. That's. Yep, Eagle Fang, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, unfortunately.
Do you think it comes down to Woody Johnson wants somebody that he can control? Like, if Sean Payton will tell him to go F himself, do you think Woody wants somebody that's going to bow down to him?
I think there is Liam, I think you have a point with that. I think there's a portion of that because all these guys you've looked. Woody Johnson was gone when Adam Gase was here. Saleh, Aaron Glenn, Todd Bowles are all first-time guys, and they could use their little PR campaigns to let's not be ridiculous. I know I've been clowning Aaron Glenn, but don't kid yourself. The Jets PR team will coach this. Will coach Aaron Glenn up to say, look at this positive, look at that positive. He will deflect all these different things. It wouldn't surprise me if Woody wanted a puppet or tried to make Aaron Glenn a puppet because it costs less money and there's not going to be as much pushback. That's the unfortunate part. But I think you have a point with that.
But I feel, he's going to reach a Leon Hess moment. To be honest,
Wasn't that last year?
But no, I don't think so. Hess got to the whole Parcells thing because he was at his deathbed. He was close. He wanted to see a winning product. And believe it or not, Parcells' predecessor, Rich Kotite, was a Jet. He was the offensive coordinator for the Jets in the 80s. You know that game, the shootout with Marino and O'Brien? Kotite was the offensive coordinator. So Hess is like, all right, I'm going to bring my own guy. Pete Carroll sucks. He let him go after 1 year, and he got Kotite 2 of the worst years ever as a Jet fan. Now I'm looking at this, and I have to be honest, not a lot of things remind me. As bad as these past, 15 years have gone by, 10 years, I don't know how many years have passed since we haven't gone to the playoffs. I always forget. But even though that time period from 2010, 15 years, nothing was reminiscent of 1995, 96. Nothing. This reminds me a whole lot of 1995 and 96. And that's scary, man. That's saying a lot, especially from someone that's been through it with Aaron Glenn. That's scary, man.
It is. And, I don't want to hear it anymore from these people. Well, he learned from Parcells. He learned from Sean Payton. That doesn't mean anything to us anymore because of the tough talk that he has and how really soft he is when he's saying, chanting on the moral victories and all these things. When he talks, I almost feel like he's trying to gaslight us. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
I'm looking up something here. The 2019 season, Gase's first year, the Jets were 0-4 before beating the Cowboys at home week 5.
Oh my God! Oh,
that's when Darnold came back.
Yeah, Darnold came back from mono.
Yeah, that was that big touchdown from Robbie Anderson. That big long ball.
Chosen.
Yes, Chosen Anderson. But
his name is Pro-Choice Anderson.
I agree with this. He is going at the media hard. Like today, I know I'm paraphrasing. He's like, oh, we're not the same old Jets. I don't like that. I see the fight here. You're 0-3. How can we erase that moniker? We can't. It's the same old Jets, especially the way how we're losing. Now, I have a question before we bring up Armand. Who do you start next week? Who do you start? Tyrod, or Justin Fields?
Well, I just want to say real quick, Aaron Glenn is for sure a fraud. Do you go with it's tough? I mean, Justin Fields played obviously good enough in week 1. Week 2, he showed his true colors. My gut says they're going to go back to Justin Fields, but I would see to me, Tyrod Taylor didn't come away with a performance that was necessarily impressive to say, hey, I have to start this guy next week.
He hangs on to the ball a long time.
He does. You're absolutely right. I think the broadcast was praising his quick decisions and stuff. I'm like, yeah, he was. There's some of those decisions weren't exactly that quick, but it's the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. I would say Tyrod if you're trying to win games and be competitive, but the Jets, basically guaranteed Justin Fields the starting position. And I wonder if their loyalty is there, which I think it is, but I think they're going to start Fields. I would start Taylor, but who knows?
I agree with you, but looking at from the Jets' perspective, I would start Field on a short leash.
Okay.
If he starts we can't have a performance like Buffalo. Can't. I'd give him a half. If by the half you have 2 complete passes for 8 yards, then yeah, you're done. Simple as that.
That I completely agree, but we might be sitting here next week. Actually, Monday we get a primetime game next week. Are you guys excited? Primetime Monday Night Football, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 0-3 teams. How could you not be excited?
Yeah, we call that the toilet bowl.
So believe it or not, right? And I know I'm going to sound really hypocritical here. I am looking forward toward that game. I really am as a Jets fan because I've seen a lot of sides with the Jets this season already. 0-3, you had your highs in game 1. Game 1, we saw a very competitive football team there. But then they kind of went into shambles, right? We lost. Week 2, completely outclassed, top to bottom. This afternoon, we saw, I don't even know how to even describe that, but yet we almost won the game. So now we go into this hole of 0-3 against a bitter rival. If you come out of there 1-3, this ship can completely change around in direction. Yeah, I stole that quote again. It can change
slowly.
You're 1-3. The following week, you come back home against the Cowboys. Again, the Cowboys. We can't anoint them as the Kansas City Chiefs or the Eagles. Things can change in the NFL very, very fast. But if you come out of there, I don't even know what is it. Is it still Joe Robbie Stadium or what is it? I forgot what stadium.
Hard Rock.
Yes,
Hard Rock.
exactly. You come out of there 0-4, season's done, folks. And then at 0-4, at 0-4, Glenn may start feeling the seat get a little bit hot. Just saying.
Now, see, this game scares me. And we're going to dive into this a lot deeper on Thursday, but just getting my quick thoughts. The Dolphins have 11 days to prep for this with a coach that has nothing left to lose besides his job. And they played really well the other night against Buffalo. This game, I am worried about this game. And the secondary, that's the other thing. 2 very fast receivers. Tyreek Hill is very upset. I mean, he might be upset to the point where he wants out, but
right.
This scares me a little bit. And yeah, if Zach Wilson comes in and beats us, then I'm done. I'm done. Now, as we're saying this, we have 102 now viewers. Wherever you're watching, we definitely appreciate it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hop over to YouTube. We appreciate wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitch or X, but YouTube is the place to be. It helps us out the most. So just wanted to throw that out there. You guys are awesome, during these bad times. You guys help us get through this every year. But just getting back on track here, quickly glancing at that Monday night matchup. 11 days to prepare for another 0-3 team that can't stop the wind coming out of a paper bag. And that's what this team is.
Jets also haven't won in Miami since 2014. That was the Geno Smith perfect passer rating game, which was the last game of Rex Ryan. But no, you're absolutely right with the concerns, Liam. This defense can't stop a nosebleed. It was interesting because the Jets, it's almost like they over blitzed today, and the Bucs were just ready to pick it up with 3 offensive linemen out. And you saw it on the last drive. The Jets were blitzing heavy, and Baker was throwing it out to Sterling Shepard, 20 yards down the field. Then, if you guys didn't catch this, somebody caught this on Twitter. It was hilarious. On that play where Baker Mayfield was 26-20, the Jets were trying to get a stop. It was 3rd down and something. Mayfield rushes out of the pocket. Michael Clemens obviously falls down and gets torched. Then you had Brandon Stevens tackling Malachi Moore. When I saw that on Twitter, I was like, "Oh my God, this was unreal." But obviously, that's not the main highlight of the game. The main highlight of the game is the Jets lost. But I don't think we win next week. personally, obviously, as Liam said, well, you guys will dive into the game Thursday, but there's nothing really that's giving me optimism at this point for this team. And I hate saying that because I really want this regime to succeed, even though I didn't want Glenn. I'll be fully objective about that. But there's nothing you're not giving me anything. You're not giving me anything at this point. And all of this faith and all of this optimism, I just feel is all contrived at this point from a lot of the very much fanboy fans. And I know you, Liam, and you, Dan, always tell it like how it is. Tell it like it is from a respectful standpoint and objective standpoint. So,
well, let me show you something. This is from Eagle Fang. He was at the game. I want to show you the sacks here.
We have permission.
Yep, I tagged you on Twitter of 2 blitzes the Jets gave up sacks on. Check this out, fellas. This is some wild stuff here. Here we go, and here we go. Check it out.
Did you blow it up, Dan?
Oh, sorry.
My old eyes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he threw him down like a freaking rag doll, bro.
Run that back.
And then the other one. Here's the other one. Here,
all right, yeah, let's do this.
And start from the beginning. Eagle fan, we appreciate you for this.
Yeah, thank you, man.
They're just running the ball all over us, man. So just a quick tidbit here on the 0-3 teams since 1990. There have been only 4 NFL teams that have started the season 0-3 and still have made the playoffs. These 4 teams, the 92 San Diego Chargers, I remember that one. The 95 Detroit Lions, Scott Mitchell at the helm. Nobody knows who he is. The 98 Buffalo Bills, the Doug Flutie Flakes. The 2018 Houston Texans. This represents a success rate of only about 2.5%. That's why it's so important to win on Monday night. This is called a must win. Don't give me that this is too early in the season. We're down 0-3, fellas. We need to win this game right now. Regroup. You got an extra day to practice. I don't care about the Dolphins having an extra, 4 or 5 days of practice. We can do it. The Jets can step it up. Aaron Glenn, you have to look in the mirror and see what you got. Stop with the dancing. Stop doing those MC Hammer freaking fluffy pants.
He's doing the hucklebuck.
Like, come on, man. Keep it professional. Keep it a buck. Like, not for nothing. This is what you worked your ass off for your entire career for this moment. No need to go nuts. No need to freaking just cheerleaders. Enough of that. Win the game. Business as usual. Been there, done that. Win, man. You want to change the same old Jets slogan? Win. Be 1-3.
Well, here's the other thing too, Dan. You had just mentioned the 2% playoff rate.
Yep.
Nobody here was even expecting playoffs.
Nobody.
Exactly.
We're just looking competent. Can we look like a competent football team and finally find a way to close out a game, find a way to win a game? Like playoffs, I don't know what I would do with myself. I was 10, 11 years old the last time we made the playoffs. I was in, intermediate school. Not elementary, not quite middle.
I was 7 years old. I was in, I think it was like in 2nd grade. And I now have my own apartment in the South, but that's it's up to Vinny. I know he's going to bring when he comes on, and if he comes on,
yeah, come through, Vinny.
He's going to say he's going to continue to recite the quote that we're built for this shit. Excuse my language. I know this is a family show. I'm just reciting, but it's like, and here's another thing which I don't get, which I know you guys are not saying this. I'm tired of the argument that's like, oh, the Bills are a Super Bowl team. The Steelers are a playoff team. The Bucs are a playoff team. And I said this was the main point of my previous video, not the video I just made, but the previous one. Time to demand better. It's been
Mhm.
15 years of nonsense. If Aaron Glenn wants to talk all tough, you raise the bar. You say, hey, you know what? How we lost today was unacceptable. You don't go out there and praise moral victories. It just shows that the Jets, and they're reposting his quotes, people. You could look it up. They're reposting his postgame quotes, and they know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to brainwash their fans. They're trying to say, oh, look, there's a skunk over there, but that's really a cat. They're trying to gaslight you. Please, I tell you all, Jet fans, because I know you guys have I know we've all seen losing and stuff. Do not fall for the propaganda. Raise the bar. And I know, like, it's apropos to lower the bar because you don't want to be disappointed. But let me tell you something. Don't ever think things can't get worse, because they always will. We thought last week was bad. This week was bad. The first half was non-competitive. The Jets were down, what, by 2 touchdowns?
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. Exactly right.
It's just we didn't expect this from our defense. All of our concerns were on offense.
Oh, yeah, you're
Can
right.
Justin Fields turn it around? We don't have a number 2 receiver. Can Breece Hall get back to his original self? Can Braylon Allen excel in a more extensive role? The defense, yes, we had a couple concerns, but I was saying all offseason long, once we hired Glenn, that I thought Sauce was going to get back to his original self. I'm like, oh, this is great. Aaron Glenn played corner. Sauce is a corner. This is like a match made in heaven. We have a former head coach and a proven defensive coordinator as our coordinator. I'm like, all right, great. And this defense, we needed one stop at the end of the game. One. And almost all would have been forgiven. All would have been forgotten. Yes, it stinks, that heartbreaker. Week 1, week 2, we just got hosed. It is what it is. But we needed one stop.
We did. This is Eagle Fang. This is the fumble from Tyrod. There we go.
I like this. We got exclusive content. Yep.
So this is something else that I get pissed off at. So we sack Baker. He fumbles the ball. They fall on it. The Jets, this happens. The Bucs fall on it. We can't commit any turnovers. This defense, we pay Sauce Gardner all this money, Brandon Stevens. Nobody catches an interception, strip sack. We fumble, short field position. None of that. None whatsoever. Where's the schemes? It's not just about blitzing. Everybody knows who's blitzing. That's the thing. Like, there's no disguise. There's no scheme or anything. There's no tactic. It's so vanilla. It's as if they think they're still in preseason mode. It's deflating, man, to watch this. Really is.
It's absolutely deflating. And I'm sorry to interrupt, Liam, but
go ahead.
If you guys watch SpongeBob, and it's the episode where they're in Sandy's house and they can't handle the lack of water. Michael Clemens running for that football looked like Patrick Star crawling, like, and then he looks around and starts saying, "What kind of place is this?" But Michael Clemens looked like dehydrated Patrick Star going to that. I'm sorry, Liam.
Aaron Glenn looked like that part, hey buddy, would you just fly in from Stupid Town?
Oh my god.
But
it's
looking at like the no turnovers and everything else, it's just I kind of lost my train of thought, from what I was gonna say actually. Oh well.
SpongeBob.
It'll come back to me.
That's what it is.
Dan's absolutely right. The Jets can never get a turnover and they can never land on their own fumble. Or never land on the opponent fumble.
It's the worst, isn't it?
It's got to change, Listen, I'm going to keep you on. We're going to bring on Armand, who's been waiting patiently.
Patiently waiting.
Hello, sir. What's going on?
Oh, no, we don't hear you.
We can't hear you. Oh, we can read lips.
Yeah.
We can read lips. Family show.
I saw that.
We all saw it. I wish we could play that block in slow motion.
We will.
Armand, is he even still in the back?
But
no, he's
Vinny brings up a good point. The face mask. At what point we have this McGregor guy, right? All
Connor?
right. Joe, he can rush the quarterback. That's it. There's no reason to have Michael Clemens on the field. That's it. It's done. It's over. But we continue to trot these players out here. I'm just so livid, man. But I kind of calmed down a little bit since, oh my goodness, I was really active on Twitter and whatnot because it was.
Gave me an earful this afternoon.
I gave you an earful. I yelled so heavy when we scored that touchdown. To be ahead at one point, there was just so much emotion going on. Luca, did you yell it? Did you out of your seat, or did you just watch and be like, all right, we're going to lose anyway?
Excuse my language. Once again, I yelled "Holy shit!" Once they did the kick. He returned the block kick for a touchdown. But you know what? When they made the field goal at the end, and then I saw Aaron Glenn smiling, I started screaming like, "Wait! Did I just see that? Did I just see this coach smile? Tell me that's not real!" Like I started screaming.
I remember what I was going to say again. Now this comment kind of brought me back to it. Talk about how boring the game is too. Like they're just such boring games. Like I look over, like my girlfriend, she's a Bills fan. She's sitting right next to me, like watching the game. She could not be any less interested. And
Right.
I'm kind of feeling. I had I haven't been feeling good these last couple of days, and I got my morning coffee, and it did something to me today that it hasn't. I'm just sitting on the couch at the beginning of the game, probably the first half, and I couldn't sit still. I'm all jittery. I'm just full of all of this I don't know energy that I didn't know how to get rid of. I'm just all over the place. And then the third quarter it just gets so boring. I'm just sitting there crashed. I look over it's my dad's over here, my mom's on the other side, me and my girlfriend in the middle. I'm just look around nobody is interested in this game. Such a boring game. And then obviously we all started going nuts here with Will McDonald. I have a new neighbor, and we have not warned her about Ranger season or Jet season yet. And I think she found out today. She hit me up. Hey, is everything all right? And I said, for now. And then I told her, I said, yeah, football's on. She goes, oh, this is how this neighborhood is. I said, oh yeah.
I love this. Love London. All right, Armand, let's see.
Hello, guys.
Very good.
Hello,
Very
Armand.
I'm on my phone with my earbuds. I gotta figure out my computer tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone was clowning me a couple weeks ago for the bad technology.
Technology.
It's like the Jets, they no show.
Same old thing. You sound horrendous though, because you keep going in and out.
You look great though.
You look amazing.
You should dye that hair blonde again. You should go with the mohawk and then dye the mohawk blonde.
I might dye my hair purple.
There you go. Why don't you dye it green?
For what?
Don't do that to yourself.
No, you should do. You should dye it gray like Aaron Glenn, and then grow a little gray beard.
Did you see the Eagles game? They blocked the kick, the game-winning kick, and they could have just fell on it, and then the big heavy guy just ran it all the way back just for the hell of it. As time expired. Love it. Jets can't do that.
The Bucs had 14 penalties.
Yes, I read this one. It's hysterical.
That is great.
We want Elmo. We
Elmo. Want you, Vinny. You coming on the show or not?
I want to hear Vinny. I want to hear his soliloquy.
We need Vinny in the house. We need him. Yeah. Armand, listen. What's going on? Tell me what you felt, man. What did you feel elated when we scored the touchdown?
I was like Liam, screaming, jumping up and down. And let's face it, McDonald had to score there. You're down 6. Mm-hmm. You could make a case if we were down 3 that you don't score there. You try to you try to run clock, get down to the red zone as fast as possible. Try to run clock and get
clock. You're saying, right? You're trying to run clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
The L is in there.
Yes.
Clock management.
Clock management. Try to get the Bucs to use their timeouts because they had all 3 timeouts. The Jets had none.
Right. We burned them all.
That's the other thing. It's just I knew right away. Yeah, that's they burned all their timeouts, and then I saw a minute 49, and I look over at my dad and my girlfriend. I said, "We're not winning this game." I texted, was it you, Dan, or I texted Armand? I texted one of you guys, and I said, "Yeah, we're not."
I think you texted Dan.
No, I called you when McDonald ran back. I was in that mode, like just excited, and all I get back is not right now, Dan.
So, as my TV is delayed because I go to like check like all my fantasy football things, and it said like 13-23 or something like that, and I'm like, and I look up at my screen, it says 6-23, and I'm like, huh. And then they're running out for the kick, and you're calling me, and I'm like, I can't answer this. I don't know what's going on. I thought you were calling me. I thought you were calling me like, yes, like they kicked it. Game's pretty much over. I thought that's what that call was about. And then when it wasn't, I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, well, I can't call him back now. My house is, the cops are on the way. There's stuff going on.
Completely.
But yeah, I had no idea what was going on. And like I said, with my TV just being delayed. And then Armand, a couple weeks ago when you were at the game, you were you were texting us like, oh, like, let's go or whatever you're saying. And like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And then like a minute later, I got it. So must be my TV.
This is a good question by Eagle Fang. This is really
because
interesting.
They knew they didn't have to.
Yeah. They were up 20-6?
At one point, yes. They were up 17 at one point.
Yes and no, but they stopped blitzing and we scored in 2 drives.
That's Todd Bowles for you.
That's Todd
Bowles.
Bowles.
His foot up to give.
Armand, I'm sorry.
Watching all those penalties, it was such like a Todd Bowles game. I'm like, yeah, this brings me back.
It was. Armand, listen, man, I love you, dude. It's just the sound quality is just, it sounds like popcorn popping. Yo, put on the earplugs that I gave you, the one that hooks up to the neck, if you find it.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
All right. Oh, we're gonna bring on El Señor Jose.
Hey, it's been a while, Jose.
Taking away our quarterbacks and making them kings. Now you got Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Look at that. He has an 0-17 mic.
And you won. You won today.
Yeah, you won today. And Sam Darnold's killing it, man. Yeah. I wanted him back here with the New York Jets. I was one that wanted him. I wanted Jackson Dart. Everybody was like, no, we're cool with Justin Fields. And with that being said, everybody in the chat, if you can, we're just one subscriber away from 1,180. We're at 1,179. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please just tap it.
We have 136 viewers on X. We appreciate you guys on X. 1 second, Jose. We appreciate you. Or not. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I was saying we have, I gotta go pull it up now. 136 views on X. We appreciate the hell out of that. YouTube is the place to be. That's the best place to support us. Although we do support you, subscribing and retweeting us and everything else on X. I said that now we're at 140 on X. It seems to be going backwards. Like I said, we appreciate you watching it. YouTube, liking and subscribing is the best way to support it. Hey, if you want to throw us a couple bucks, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be copyrighted and probably not gonna get it, but probably you could try. You could try, if you want. We're not asking for too much though, but YouTube is definitely the place to be. But if you are on X and you can't get over for whatever reason, I get it. You don't want to miss a second of the Jets Afterburners podcast post-game show. I understand it.
Who would want to?
But YouTube is the best place to support us for free.
Sounds good. All now right. The floor is yours, Jose.
Yes, all you, Jose. I won't interrupt you.
I am one subscriber away from 700. So somebody could help me get to that. I would really appreciate.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, throw out your YouTube channel name.
I think it's right there, right?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Jose Rodriguez.
Also hit him up on X, guys.
Yeah, here, hold on 1 second. Let's blow this up for him a little bit.
Thank you.
There we go.
There it is.
Yes.
Jayhawk.
That is my YouTube channel. Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez.
I think we could help get you to 700. Let's. What do you guys say? Can we help get Jose to 700? Sports
Guys,
Talk with Jose
for
Rodriguez.
700 right now, folks. Come on now. Hit it up. Without a doubt.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Jose, so what's on your mind? Did you even watch the Jets game? Why would you even watch the Jets
I
game?
owe you and Joe an apology. An apology. Last month, I came on you saying it's only August. Now it's September.
Can you hear me?
And
Yes.
And this team just sucks like a car,
Yeah, they do.
Like
They
a
do
card.
suck.
like a Kardashian.
Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a good way to put it. Now, would you like to play the Jets for 14 straight weeks?
Of course I would.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Thank you. Listen, Jose,
Yes.
who's going to be the quarterback of the New York Jets next week? Is it going to be Tyrod or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields. That's
Speak
the concussion tester.
Well, if he passes and he's good to go, if they're both healthy, who you picking?
Tyrod.
Tyrod.
Wow. I love that. Oh, sorry, my man. Very cool. Jose, my man, thank you so much for stopping by, brother.
Of course.
Later,
Thank you,
man.
Jose. Yo, let's help get Jose to 700.
Let's do it.
Love you guys.
Later, Jose.
Armand, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Much
Yes.
better. Much
Yes.
better.
Now you don't sound like popcorn.
Okay, here's the thing, Armand. I don't know if you could do it. Now that you have a headset on, I think you should walk around your room doing the Aaron Glenn dance like he did when the field goal was returned.
You
for that
should.
touchdown.
Yes, do it. Do it right
Just
now.
don't get too
This
close
is
to the
plugged
outlet.
in, so I can't. I'd have to take the
Damn.
headset off.
You can take it
Yeah,
off.
take the headsets off. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Full here. This is exactly what I saw.
Oh, yes.
This is what I saw when I'm celebrating, and all of a sudden I see.
Do it again. Do it again. You have to go sideways like he did.
Yeah, copyright dance.
You have to go sideways like he does.
Oh gosh, I don't have a lot of room in my room,
Just do the best.
and I'm
you can.
too pissed off between the Jets and the Mets.
Well, that's right. The Mets are out of the
Yeah.
playoffs for the first time since April 5th.
Yeah, this is not a good day for me.
No good. Oh, the
Yeah.
Mets lost again. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Well,
Are
you
they
know
out?
what's funny is
Well,
I went.
They're tied for the third wild card now with the Reds, but the Reds have the tiebreaker. So if the season ended, the Reds would be the third wild card, and the Mets would be out.
When is the
put
season
on-
over?
I put on SNY for the postgame show, and then I watched the Mets getting hosed, and I thought of you, Armand. I'm like, this is just. I mean, I'm a Mets fan too, but I haven't watched baseball in a while. Like I support the Mets, but wouldn't really call myself a baseball fan. I mean, I'm down to go to a game, but
I like stickball. Stickball's fun.
Fields will start next week.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm cool with that. I'm really
He's Glenn's guy. That's who Glenn wanted them to sign. He guaranteed him the starting job. And let's face it, what Tyrod did in the second half was in garbage time.
100%.
yes, it was garbage time, but it was also a very close game too.
No, it was a close game because of the Bucs, not because of the Jets. That's facts.
Close
I mean,
game's
we
a
have
close
2
game.
weeks. We have 2 weeks of garbage football from the Jets, back-to-back weeks. They could have been 1 and 2.
Just wait until we have 3 weeks of garbage football.
What's up, Ephraim? What's going on? But
Hi,
with all that being said, even if they sucked all game, dude, I would have been in a different level right now had they won. Like, that's all I care about. Just win the game. Find a way to win. In the Herman Edwards era, they would lose ugly. I think they would call it the Shrek wins. I didn't care because it gets you closer to the playoffs. And once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. Anything. Just tally up the wins. We can't even do that. That's why I think Monday night is going to be a perfect storm. This is what we want. The Jets' backs are completely pinned to the wall. It's all pinned. Great. Perfect. That's what I want. The defense sucks. Nobody trusts the Jets. the Jets are like, fans are looking at them just like we're looking, and we're like, all right, the season's done. It's 0-3. It's over. This is the point. It's a pivotal point of the season right now. It's a must win. I like our chances. I like it. I want to see what this coaching staff and what these players are all about right now. These past 3 weeks, not fun, but it's right now. It's 0-3 Monday night. Everybody's watching. Everybody. Let's see what adjustments they make. Because if they're 0-4, I said it again, the seat starts becoming very warm. Not hot, warm. To Glenn and Mooj to start shuffling stuff.
That's
because
not gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead, then. I'm sorry.
But 0-4 can easily turn into 0-8. And as much as people don't want to even have that thought of Glenn being in the hot seat, you start this season at 0-8, things don't look good.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
Dan, I hear what you're saying, and I want Afram to have his first thoughts, but I don't think that's happening. I think the Jets are going to give Glenn at least 2-3 years. And I said earlier in the show when I came on here, I don't think he deserves a guaranteed second year upon obviously unforeseen progress, which right now there's no progress. But I want to hear.
I think he'll get 2 years if everything keeps going like the way it's going. He'll get 2 years.
Afram, how you feeling?
Yeah, like you guys, but we got a little teased at that fourth quarter and hoping, but when they had 1:34 left, it was still in my back of my mind. It's just too much time left.
That's yep.
They left, but he's here. He's going to stay because this guy, you got to put the Woody factor in. He ain't paying ex-coaches for the next 2-3 years salaries. It ain't happening. So he's going to stick with this guy. He's still paying Salah.
Right. Yeah.
He's still paying Douglas whatever he owes him left. He's going to pay Muji and Glenn.
And if he does that, he ain't paying for another. He's not going to pay for an experienced head coach.
Yeah,
like, you keep bringing up like who's he going to hire?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep rounding this circle until Woody sells the team, which will never happen.
All right, and then you're gonna say, give this guy the bag. Give this guy. He's not giving anyone the bag. He's giving us the bag.
We're gonna give Vinny his proper due here.
Vinny, I like that
we've been
shirt.
waiting for you. We've been waiting.
Sorry, I had a problem with the little one putting him to bed, but
dude, let it out, man.
Let
it out.
Yeah, but Liam, as you could tell, I'm ready for hockey. So
me too. Me too. Let's go Rangers.
So yep. So we were watching the Jets, and my dad was like begging me. He's like, "Can we please just put the Ranger preseason game on?" He's like, I said, I want to, but like I have a Jet show tonight. Like I kind of can't miss anything.
I mean,
enjoy my former head coach, boys.
It's like what Afram just said. I said we had a little tease there. It was 1:34, and I was jumping. I was, so pumped up. I was like, finally, a win. Something we're not used to. But to go into the game knowing you're down 0-2, knowing you can't afford to go 0-3, knowing that you're looking to get your head coach's first win, and to go out like that in a typical Jets loss. I mean, I'm just. Are we built for this shit yet? I mean, honestly, like this is another coach with these catchphrases that I thought we were done away with this crap. And I'm gonna watch what I say. It's a family show, but honestly, like
appreciate that.
I can't take it. And the fact that Vegas already has us listed as the underdogs, and what everyone has told me is the Miami Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. They don't believe we could beat them. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. With that being said, if they go down to Miami next week and lose, I want somebody's head to roll, whether it's Wilkes, because this defense is considerably worse from last year. Brandon Stevens should be benched. Okay, he's just as good as I am if I was to go out there and play. It'd be CB2. I mean, you're supposed to be CB2, and to go out there and play like that, he can't cover the wide receiver too. He couldn't cover my shit. That's how bad he was.
Right.
My goodness. And Michael Clemens should be cut today. He should be cut today. And I know what you guys are going to say. Woody's not going to be one and done with the coach. I beg to differ. I beg to differ because I will tell you this, because I know I've followed this owner for the last 25 years. I'm old enough to remember when the Hess family sold it to him. But I cannot believe for a split second, if they finish 1-16 or 2-15 and they're picking first or second overall, ask yourselves this: do you trust this regime to draft the next quarterback?
Vinny, who's he bringing in? That's my question to you.
I understand.
Who's he bringing in?
I understand.
It's another inexperienced head coach that's going to cost cheaply.
That Armand, I know what you're saying. That's the problem, because we can, and that's what everyone told me on Twitter. It's just like, well, you're going to get on him because he's a first-time guy. No, I'm getting on the ownership, because that's the problem. Is we're on this hamster wheel. We're on this hamster wheel because guess what? In 2028, when this guy is fired, because we all know it's going to happen, ask yourself, do you see him holding the Lombardi trophy? No, it doesn't matter, because that's not going to be the guy that does it for this franchise. It's not. So wake me up in 2028 when they bring in another first-time coach who's defensive-minded, who has no experience with quarterbacks, and then they're going to say, this is our best chance to get to the Super Bowl, is a guy who's never worked with quarterbacks, and he's going to develop one magically.
I'll say this, Vinny, you're absolutely right about ownership and not hiring the proven guy. We had a chance. I mentioned this earlier. We had a chance at Sean Payton after 22, but I was told by some Jet fans that he was a Drew Brees merchant, which is completely false. We had a chance at Harbaugh after he won the college football championship with J.J. McCarthy as his quarterback. We had the chance, but then, Jet fans, this is not nobody on this panel said this, but there were some content creators out there. Well, we've never seen Saleh with a quarterback. How did that work out? It didn't. But again, we're in this hamster wheel, and as you said, Vinny, the Jets will never hire a proven guy. Liam asked me the question. He basically said, do you think Woody wants some guy who's controllable? And I think there's a portion of that. Also, he's not going to pay a top guy. Like, if you want to mirror a franchise like the one that me and Dan and Afram root for, the Knicks, Dolan, I know you don't like Dolan, Vinny, and I don't like Dolan either, but I think he's better than Woody. I know that's like comparing like one illness to another, but he went out and paid for a top head coach. And then he built back the franchise, he built back the culture, and now the Knicks are sitting at
Dolan stepped away.
Dolan stepped out, but he did. He paid for the top coach.
But that proves how much of a factor ownership is. Look how long it took the Redskins to be relevant when Snyder was finally out of power over there. Mm-hmm. Look how quickly they turned things around, and he was meddling for years.
Yes.
They also got a quarterback that helped them excel.
Yeah. But just, all these coaches know all these owners. So you bring up Peyton, you bring up Harbaugh. Do you think they really wanted to work under Woody?
Afram, hear me out on this one. Here's the thing that frustrates me as a fan. We knew Saleh was not the guy after year one when Rodgers went down. He should have been fired at the end of that season. With that being said, Harbaugh was available to you at that point in time for cash. No draft picks, no trade compensation.
Control.
But let me finish. The point I'm trying to make is, and I've said this on this show time and again, forgive me if I'm being repetitive, I would have felt better as the fan that you're trying to sell tickets to if I saw it flash on the ticker that Woody Johnson contacted him and got turned down. I didn't even get that much. I would have felt better if I saw that the effort was made to reach out to a real winner and be told, hell no. I would have felt better, but he didn't even pick up the call. That's where my frustration is.
Would have changed the outcome?
No, but Afram, you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say?
It doesn't change the outcome. You can change this story any way you want.
But look at these
losers. They're not going to come here.
Look at these losers that the 33rd team brought in here. They had that guy from Maryland. I can't think of his name, who won 4 games last year.
Mike Loxley.
Oh, that guy.
But listen to me. How does that guy get an interview? Explain it to me.
Tons of guys. They were just interviewing guys.
That was a
sham. Giving everyone a chance.
They brought Rex Ryan in for an interview. How embarrassing was that? He's been on TV for the past year. Why even bring him into the building and waste your breath?
You're forgetting that
because he was going on TV. Because Rex was going on TV and getting the Jet fans that clamor for him behind him, supporting him.
It's also courtesy.
Vinny, their ex-general manager helped run the search in Mike Tannenbaum.
Who the owner fired. The owner fired. And mind you, Mike Tannenbaum is on First Take every single week mocking the ownership.
It's a sad world, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It's bad because obviously it starts with Woody Johnson. Things aren't going to change until he has either a Leon Hess moment where he's like, you know what, screw it. I'll pay whoever's not here, whatever I owe them, but we need an actual general here at head coach, or he continues doing what he's doing, or he sells the team, which that's never going to happen, folks. The only way that he is removed from his seat is if something like Daniel Snyder, that situation occurs. That's the only way to take him out. There's a bigger chance of the Jets being rooted up from Jersey and going and playing home games in England than there is of Woody Johnson selling that team here. You know, there are ways, believe it or not, there are ways where Woody Johnson can entice a big name head coach. And yes, you have to pay guys like Aaron Glenn if you're going to cut him short. There are ways to circumvent money in the income that comes in. You can do it. You can somehow finagle. That's why you guys, these people, these multi-billionaires, they know how to move money around. They know how to do that. So as of right now, he doesn't want those kind of head coaches on this team. He likes the rah-rah guys. He likes it. Let's go through it. Rah-rah number 1, Herman Edwards. Rah-rah number 2, Rex Ryan. Then we go down to Saleh. And now we got this guy. All cheerleaders. All motivational speakers. I don't know, X's and O's. Herman did. Herman, yes. Rex did to a certain point. Yes.
Mangini.
All right. Let's get on that. To me, personally, I think that was the best hire. The best hire out of the entire regime of Woody Johnson. Because Mangini knew football, and he was coupled with Tannenbaum, and he knew how to control Tannenbaum. And they had a great philosophy.
He knew how to pick talent.
I was just going to say, it was a great talent evaluator. That 2006 draft class was legendary for us as fans of this team.
One of the best ones.
And the other thing, too, if you guys remember, for pretty much about the first 10 years of Woody owning the team, they were in and out of the playoffs pretty often. It's really been these last.
Didn't know what he didn't know.
Liam, see, you're considerably younger than the rest of us here. Do you know why they were competitive and every other year they were in the playoffs? Is Parcells laid that foundation right when he left. And it started with the 4 first-round draft picks of the 2000 draft class. That was the last thing he did for us as a franchise. And those were all cornerstone players and all building blocks you could build a team around. Pennington, Ellis,
he didn't
Abraham.
as much back then either.
No, that's true. That's true.
He started when Favre was in the picture.
But the thing is, with the whole, and I can remember all these head coaching searches since he took over the team. The only time I can remember they interviewed a true proven winner was Mike McCarthy, and that wasn't even Woody. That was Christopher, and he turned him down for Adam Gase. With that being said,
that annoys the hell out of me.
I have no shame in saying this. If things were to end with this guy, which the way I feel right now, I'm already over it. I would reach out to a Mike McCarthy. The guy put up back-to-back 12-win seasons for the Cowboys. I would totally be on board with that.
Yeah, I would too. He didn't get picked up anywhere, right? He's just hanging out.
Nope.
He took the year off.
He's home. He's home, but I don't think he's done with football.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either.
Now with that, folks, listen, we're going to wrap this up here. We want to thank everyone watching, 180 viewers right now that are watching. Please hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps us out immensely. We're trying to grow here. We're going to have a very special guest upcoming. Hopefully, everything goes well this week, probably Tuesday night. If not, it'll probably be Thursday night. Afram, Vinny, Armand, Luca, thank you guys for hopping on. And let's go Jets. Again, we're 0-3. Things can change in this league very fast. So, unfortunately, I'm still the optimist. Have a great night, guys. Go Jets.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80. First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep down the field, and it's caught by Santana Moss.